You're welcome to online lectures with From Eternity the Schoolboy. Today we'll take a look at chemistry and we have some questions on the board. The question number one says, which of the following substances is a polypeptide? A. Starch. B. Glycogen. C. Protein. D. Fats. Number two, which of the following products could be formed during incomplete combustion of a hydrocarbon? I. Carbon. II. Hydrogen. III. Carbon 2 oxide. Options A. I. B. I and II. C. I and III. D. II and III. Number three says, what quantity of electrons is lost when 1 mole of iron 2 ions is oxidized to iron 3 ions? Option A, 0 mole, B, 1 mole, C, 2 moles, D, 3 moles. The question source is WASC 2020 Chemistry, Objective Questions 3 to 5. Okay, let's answer this question. Let's go to question one. Which of the following substances is a polypeptide? We should understand what a polypeptide is before we continue. So what is a polypeptide? It's simple. Polypeptide is just polymer formed when there's a repeated unit of amino acids, different amino acids come together to form a polypeptide. And these amino acids are joined, one amino acid is joined at the amino end and to the carboxylic end of another amino acid, forming a peptide bond. So between two amino acids, a peptide bond exists. So it's the peptide bond that join the different amino acid to form a chain. We call that chain polypeptide. So, and this chains is found mainly in protein. It's found in protein. Some protein may have only one chain, polypeptide chain. Some may have more than one. So the polypeptide has to do with what? Protein. So I'll take this. Starch. Starch is just is a polymer that has monomeric units of glucose. Glucose from the monomeric units. That's the basic unit. So it's found mainly is a storage form of glucose in plant. So glycogen, this is not the answer. Glycogen is also polymer formed from glucose, but this one is the form that is in which glucose is stored in animal. So this has nothing to do with the polypeptide. This has a monomeric unit of protein, polysaccharides. Polysaccharide. This one is polypeptide. Then fat has no business with polypeptide. Fat is just it has different units or successive units or mixture of what is it called? Unit of propan 1,2,3-triol, propan 1,2,3-triol ester. So it's formed between is an ester formed by the alkanols and the fatty acid. So is found mainly in animal. The counterpart oil is come mainly from plant. So this is not polypeptide. So this is not the answer. So the answer to number one is protein. Protein is the one that has what? Polypeptide. So let's go to question number two. Question number two says, which of the following products could be formed during incomplete combustion of a hydrocarbon? If a hydrocarbon burns incompletely, basically if any hydrocarbon burns completely in excess or good supply of oxygen, carbon 2 oxide will be formed. But if it burns incompletely, basically you see carbon, what did I say? Let's say carbon 2 oxide. Sorry. If it burns completely, carbon 4 oxide is formed, not carbon 2. Sorry. If it burns completely in the rich supply of oxygen, carbon 4 oxide will be formed. But if it burns incompletely, carbon 2 oxide will form because there's a limited supply of carbon and oxygen. So more oxygen will be needed to complete the combustion. So because the combustion is incomplete, carbon 2 oxide will be formed, indicating that more oxygen is needed to complete it. Just see what I mean? From this to what? This. More oxygen is needed. So incomplete combustion can give rise to this. Yes, carbon 2 oxide, but complete carbon 4 oxide. Now, incomplete can also give rise to what? Carbon. Carbon, limited supply of oxygen. Remember the industrial preparation of what? Different forms of carbon. You have incomplete one, incomplete combustion. Limited supply of oxygen can lead to what? Formation of carbon from hydrocarbons. So carbon can be formed. I don't want to go into carbon, but just know that carbon can be formed. All right. This one is formed from complete, incomplete, incomplete. Even from here, you should know small, limited can lead to this. And adding another supply of oxygen can lead to this. But if it's completely excess oxygen, carbon dioxide is formed. So this is complete combustion, incomplete, incomplete. But this one is more complete than this one. But both of them are still incomplete. So let's look at the option. Option A says I. I is what? Carbon. I agree, but that is not the only one there. Option B says I and I. I is carbon. I is hydrogen. No, these are no business with hydrogen. This is not the answer. C says I and I. I is carbon. I is carbon 2 oxide. I is carbon. I is carbon 2 oxide. Okay, I'll take this. Carbon and carbon 2 oxide. This says I and I is hydrogen. I is carbon 2 oxide. This is not the answer because hydrogen has no business with this. So the answer is what? C. I and I. Carbon and carbon 2 oxide. Okay. Question number 3 says, what quantity of electrons is lost when 1 mole of iron 2 ions is oxidized to iron 3 ion? Okay, let's look at the ionic equation. Iron 2 ion is this. Iron 2 ion is this. Sorry, this is not writing well. I'll do something about it in our next lecture. Iron 2 ion is this. Oh, this one is even the worst. Few moments, please. Okay, let's look at this one. Good. Iron 2 ion is this. This is iron 2 ion. Remember, it's in aqueous solution. This is iron 2 ion. Iron 2 ion. This is 2 positive charge. For it to go to iron 3 ion, it will lose 1 electron. For this to increase to 3 plus 3. So if you lose this 1 electron, we have this. This is iron 3 ion plus this. It will lose 1 electron. This is in aqueous solution. It will lose 1 electron because if you do 2 plus minus plus 3 plus minus 1, we'll go back to what? Plus 2. So it will lose 1 mole. The coefficient here is 1. So it will lose 1 mole of electron when it moves from iron 2 ion to iron 3 ion. And remember, oxidation is loss of what? Electron. When electron is lost, is also what? Oxidation. So there are different ways of defining oxidation. Addition of oxygen, loss of electron. So this is loss of electron. So if electron is lost, is oxidation. So 1 mole of electron is what you needed to lose to form ion 3 ion. So the answer is option B, 1 mole of electron. Is not this, is not this, is not this. Option B, 1 mole of electron. So the answer to number 3 is 1 mole. All right. Please remember that the numbering of this is not in line according to how the original question is. I just numbered it for us for the purpose of this lecture. This one is actually number 3 in the original question, while this is number 4 and this is number 5. The question source is WASI 2020 Chemistry Objectives, question 3 to 5. Thank you very much for your attention. God bless you. Please, if you have any question, feel free to chat me up on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp lines are on the screen. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and my Facebook page. They share the same name, From Eternity, the Schoolboy TV. Comment on these lectures. Share with your friends. Like these lectures. Share with your friends, your colleagues, your students, your children. Someone out there may be in need of these lectures. And God will bless you as you do so. When I say lectures, I mean going through all other lectures I've been delivering. And God will bless you for supporting me. See you next time.